It's the jam.
That is what I'm talking about. Gigs, 2 Chainz and Ultimate Gangster. Before that, I gave you Drake, Popcorn and Controller. And I can't actually believe I'm about to say this, but I am joined in the building right now by Acehood.
I like that. That was good. That was good.
Hey. Do you know what? It's very rare, that there's anybody else in this studio apart from me. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nobody is usually here, you know. So it just goes to show that everybody is waiting around to see you.
Yeah, man. I'm happy to be here, man.
How are you? How you doing?
I'm good.
Welcome to the studio.
Absolutely.
I'm presuming this is the first time you've ever been to this studio.
Absolutely.
Damn, you come looking all fresh.
Yeah. I mean, I'm low key, you know, I'm chilling. I'm always relaxed, man. I'm chilling, you know.
So, how many times have you actually been to London?
I'm not sure, man. Probably like 4 or 5 times.
Is there like one thing that you do as soon as you touch down in London? Because I've been wanting to go to America for time, So it's like back in college days, me and my friend was like, yeah, let's save up. We're going to save up like 10 grand and travel around the whole of America. I spent all the money on food. Never been to America, but I am so intrigued to know what a corn dog tastes like.
Word.
What is a corn dog?
I don't even like corn dogs.
But you need to break it down for me. Like, what's
a corn dog
say?
is like it's basically like, you familiar with a hot dog?
Yeah.
It's a hot dog wrapped in batter and fried.
Oh wow.
You know what I mean?
There's levels to this, boy.
You know what I mean? So it's like that type of thing. You have your little ketchup. So it's kind of like, you know, kind of like eating a hot dog, kind of, you know what I mean? But it's deep fried. And
you don't really like corn dogs because you're such a healthy guy. You know, if you've been on Acehood's Instagram, you will know that you bang gym, you know.
Yeah.
You go to the gym and you do weights. Now, I tried to do weights in the gym like 2 weeks ago.
How did that go?
Like 4 squats. I was like, skirt, I'm going to cardio. Literally, I ran 5 kilometers and I went home.
Yeah.
What are you pushing right now? What are you pressing in
Everybody
the gym?
keep asking me that, man. I didn't know that was such a thing, because usually like when I go work out, like I'm never really training for like max weight or nothing like that. I'm always working on like the smaller muscles. So I'm always doing lightweight when I'm in the gym, you know what I'm saying? But when I was pushing like heavy, I can push like between 285 to 300, you know what I'm saying?
Hold on, this needs this.
Yeah,
Boy.
I like that glass break shatter.
I don't even know how much that is, but I'll do it anyway.
Yeah.
Don't really know how much kg that is because I ain't pushing weights. But yeah, welcome to London. So I said about corn dogs. Is there anything that you specifically like when you come to London? So you're like, yeah, I'm going to this food space. I'm going to this. I'm going to this.
I don't know if I got a specific spot, but I think that definitely anytime we come here, we always looking for the food. You know what I mean? Like we stopped by like the brunch spot down there a couple of times. They got like some cool like sliders, jerk sliders. They fire.
Jeez.
So we usually go there and we rock out. But it's always about just touching the culture. Like we might go shopping, something like that. We did that, and we go get a little food, wherever it may be.
Spend some racks.
Yeah, I mean not even spending racks. Like we just. I get what I like. Yeah, I'm humble, man. I ain't spending too much crazy money because I like to be comfortable. I'd rather spend $1,000 on just Vans.
Yeah.
That's the type of guy I am, you know what I mean?
Do you like my sliders? A lot of people judge me. These are
like
Vans.
them.
It says game over on them.
Word, them Vans?
Do you like them?
Yeah, they fire.
Jeez, swag.
I like them.
Swag. So is it true that like you first basically touched on the scene in like 2007 times? Or was it a little bit before that?
It was after that, actually. Things were brewing at the end of 2007 for me. But like 2008, 2009 for real.
Yeah.
Like
so,
2008 though.
I was reading some stuff on you and you like met DJ Khaled outside of a studio and handed him your CD. That's mad, you know.
That's crazy.
Did that feel like surreal for you, or is it kind of like a calm thing to see DJ Khaled walk down the street?
it was surreal. That's like, you know, this is the first like celeb that I had came in actual like contact, because you can see people and like, you know, you see artist, celebrity, whatever, they might be moving around and stuff, but to actually engage with a celeb or an artist or whatever it may be was like it's a whole different experience, right? So for me it was surreal, but in the same time, like I had a point and I had a motive and a reason why I was there.
It's
you
true.
Dig? So at the same time, like, yeah, you Khaled and you the boy, you the man, but I'm trying to get a deal. I'm trying to get on, you dig? So
come on.
So yeah,
and
man.
it happened.
Yeah, and it happened. It happened.
Crazy. So that right there is proof. So if anybody's locked in right now and they're thinking, what do I do with my music?
Yeah.
Literally, hand your CD to DJ Khaled. There we go. Oh, don't.
Yeah.
All right, so there's one tune, that gets me completely gassed when I listen to it. I feel like you're going to know what tune it is already. But the first time I heard this tune, it made me want to go out and buy a car.
Yeah.
I don't have money. I ain't getting a car.
Yeah,
But did you
yeah.
really wake up in a new Bugatti?
Facts.
Really?
Facts.
Was you drunk the night before?
Facts.
You was?
Facts.
Did you buy that car? Did you rent that car?
I didn't buy the car.
Okay, so where did the car come from?
I mean, you know, we move around, we do what we do, you know what I'm saying?
On that note, let me jump into the tune right now. And you know what? I actually listen to this tune some mornings when I don't have any energy. That is the power that you have, Acehood. All right? That is the power of Acehood. Acehood, Future and Rick Ross and Bugatti. I'm joined in the building right now by the man himself, Mr. Acehood.
You.
What are you saying?
We in here, man.
Now, you guys couldn't hear the conversation, but, you know, you're currently talking about food places to eat. What is, like, you've been Nando's, yeah?
I've been to Nando's.
Do you think
Not
it's
since
overrated?
I've been here, though, but I've been to Nando's before.
Do you think it's overrated? Like, do you like it?
I think it's cool.
It's just there.
It's cool. Yeah, it's cool. It's like, it's the culture, but I think it's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hold tight, Nando's.
Yeah.
All right, so back to Bugatti, Future and Rick Ross. But if we look at the remix, can you remember every single person that was on the remix of that tune?
Most of them.
Go.
You got Wiz Khalifa, you got Meek Mill, you got T.I., you got me, you got Khaled on there, you got
There's a lot in it. There's a lot. You're trying to remember the order that everyone goes in.
Not even. I ain't heard it in a while. You got Montana on there too. Got Montana on there.
Madness of a tune. And you know, when it comes to like features and remixes and stuff, has there ever been a time where you've asked somebody to feature on your tune and you've got their verse back, like by email and stuff, and you feel like they're going in way too hard, so you've had to redo your verse? Because you kind of feel like they're going in harder than you. Has there ever been a time where that's happened? You're smiling. You're slightly smiling right now.
I don't. It probably has happened. I just can't think of it technically right now. You know, I remember when I remember working with Ludacris at one time, and I was like, I need to make sure that I come with that fire. You know what I mean? When I jump on with Luda, because I just felt like Luda was just an ill spitter. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, probably that time in my mind. But I had already wrote the verse, and Luda did his. But thank God my verse had already, you know, stood the test of times type thing. You know what I'm saying? So
I would feel so much pressure if I was a music artist.
It's a good thing though. I actually like that though. I hope you send a verse that's you know amazing, so I can kind of rewrite mine. You know, especially at this point in my life, like I want you to challenge me, like because I feel like you know I'm the best doing this at this point. You know, so it's like I wish you sent a verse that.
He's like, come at me, bro.
Yeah, just so I can outdo it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And it's all like friendly competition. You know, it's all good, but. Shit, we ended to win it.
It's true. I mean? All right, so basically, big ups to Temmie, who's in the building. He's on West Side each and every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So he's got a really good, like, soulful voice. Yeah, I thought I'm gonna catch you out right now. So Temmie's been listening to your music a lot, and he's basically speaking your lyrics. And all you need to do is let me know which tune the lyrics are taken from. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. So how you feeling? Like, sometimes do you feel like there's a barrier? When I speak to you, I could say slang and you don't like really understand, or I talk too fast. So in this game, do you feel like you're gonna win? You've got 3 rounds.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna win.
He's like, come on. I was a born winner. All right, so this is Temmie.
Do me a model. Put that on my list. Oh, there he go, in that foreign again. Killing the scene, bring the coroner.
That's Bugatti. Oh, there he go in that foreign again. Yeah.
Do me your model, put that on my list. Oh, there he go in that.
Not gonna lie though, that did take you 5 seconds.
Because I couldn't hear it at first.
Okay, them excuses can't run, Acehood, all right? I've turned you up right now.
Raise the
all right, here we go.
And I think her name was Lisa.
That's
maybe,
Hustle Hard.
Yes.
My Chevy sitting too high.
I'm doing great right now.
That was good though, Temmie. I gotta respect that.
Yeah.
All right, so I've got one more, yeah. I feel like this could be the hardest one.
Yeah.
But for you, it's probably very easy. Are you ready?
That's good.
Time to get my blessings. Time to get my blessings.
Oh, that's that to whom it may concern. We gotta trust the process.
Yes!
Yeah.
Time to get my blessings, time to get my blessings. I had to live my life, I had to learn my lessons.
Do you know what? I've got to shout you out right now because I thought I was going to catch you out on a final tune because it is the freshest one out of all of them.
Yeah.
So round of applause right now.
Hey, good job, bro. Good
He's
job,
the real
bro.
champion. Tammy's like, come on. So, speaking of your new project, talk to me about it. Absolute Madness. That is my favourite tune from the project.
Thank you so much.
Talk to us.
Trust the Process is my life. You know, it's just what I've went through within the past like 2.5 years. And I just think that Trust the Process represents who I am and where I am at this point in my life. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it was just the perfect title, and it's the most proudest project that I've done to date. You know, all of my projects has been good projects, but this project in specific, being a free artist, independent artist, is and doing it on my own, saying what I want to say, you know, allowing it to look the way that I wanted it to look, and still getting the love and like the response has been crazy. So I feel good.
So this is like the first project you've released stepping away from the deal with DJ Khaled.
Right.
Boy,
right.
you must have felt the freedom.
That's what I'm saying.
You must have been running around like, I can make anything I want.
I could, exactly. That's how it feels.
You could jump on a pop tune. Would you ever jump on a pop tune?
I mean, it has to make sense. I wouldn't say I wouldn't do it, but it got to make sense.
I can see you and
because I don't want to jump in that water too soon and you know.
Madonna?
I mean, yeah.
Ariana Grande?
Maybe at some point. You know what I mean? It's got to be right.
Trust me. And I could totally vision it as well.
Yeah.
I can imagine you coming on spitting some fire with some pop choruses. How long did it actually take you to put it together? Because having so much freedom, I would feel like you want it to sound a certain way, but you kind of don't want to branch out too much so it doesn't make sense. Am I making sense? Like, if I had that much power with making a project, I'll go down every route. Like, you'll see me making bashment, then you'll see me making hip hop. There's R&B in there. How did you know how to keep it for your first project out of the deal?
Because I knew for me, like I know, it's kind of like I know what I represent, right? As opposed to pulling from so many places, I know like what's my strong suit. I know what the fans expect from me, you know. And for me, it's just about raising my levels and being able to do it at a very high and like the best level that I could possibly do it at. So Trust the Process took me probably about 1.5 months to record.
Is that it?
Yeah, it took me about 1.5 months, literally. Yeah, because for me, I just got so much to say, and there's so much that's already been said, and there's so much that I need to say, and like the whole concept of it came together at the end of the project. So it just, all I wanted to do was just record freely. I just wanted to say what I needed to say and not think about a title, no stigmas, no nothing. I didn't want any inputs. I kind of just wanted to create solely on what I was feeling, what I was going through. So anytime that I record, the special thing about it is that I always have bullet points. So it's all about like, less about what I want, but also about, well, it's also what I want, but it's more about too, like what the fans want to know. You know what I mean? So it's like, all right, they might know what happened with you and Cal. They want to know where you've been. They want to know why you took so long. They want to know what's inspiring you. What's this? So these are my bullet points, and that's how I create from that perspective. So, you know, and that's how Trust the Process came together. And at the end of it, you know, my guy who produced it, Tech, was like, yo, what do you think about Trust the Process? And I'm like, man, that's it.
Jeez.
That's it.
Give him a credit on that. He's on the little booklet.
Yeah, man.
But how do you actually know what your fans want? Are you there? Are you reading comments on Instagram and Twitter and?
I think it's if I was, I kind of speak out of body. So I'm like, if I was somebody else and I'm a fan of me, what do I want to know? So that's how it is for me too. And it's also paying attention here and there to like, cause you know, you got to filter through all the BS and stuff like that. But there are some gems like fans that actually got solid information, and they could really, you know, they'll tell you how to nourish them in a sense. But for me, it's just like, I'm not creating like for the fans type thing. It's just me being honest about who I am and just hoping and praying that it inspire you and everybody else around you and help you to be able to level up your mind and kind of move forward in life, whether it's through fitness, whether it's through music, whether it's through goals and things that you have. Like I'm that angel on the side of your shoulder. Like you can do it. You can do it.
That's
even when you
sick,
think
man.
you can't, you dig? So
Guys, come on. Round of applause right now in the building. And if you have only just tuned in, you are locked into Rebecca Judd. I am joined in the building by Acehood. And we are currently talking about your brand new project. Why is it a project and not an album? Why is it it's officially a mixtape, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's officially a project. It's a project. It's not a mixtape, because I think a mixtape isn't as good as structured as a project is, or an album actually is. Album I'm not ready for, just because like the album is gonna be structured very differently. It's gonna be very different sounding. A lot of like the strong content, a lot powerful content gonna be on there. But I just wanted to call it project because the way it was structured similar to an album, but it's not an album. You know what I'm saying? So So Trust the Process is just, it's like a mini album, but it's
realness. That's what it is.
And not only that, I gotta, for me, it's important that I take my fans through that journey of not just coming back and just dropping an album. You know what I'm saying? I understand of what the times are like that. You gotta feed. You feed. And once they get enough of it and they overwhelmed with it, it's like, now we give them the album. Now they super satisfied. Like, yo,
it's
finally
true.
The album coming. So it's like, let's plant them seeds and allow them to grow. And then by the time, we may double back in like a year, you got the album and you're like, man.
You know exactly what you're doing,
Oh, I know exactly
You've got a
what
good
I'm
team
doing.
around you.
Yes.
Are we talking like family?
Yes.
As your team, or if you got
Both.
like actual management, like the management that you never kind of knew until they became your management type of thing?
Nah, I got a good team. And it's a mixture of both. You know what I mean? Family and people. I mean, all my people around me, I consider as like family. That's in my business.
I'm presuming the family in the building right now, isn't it?
Yeah. The family in the building. So it's like, man, it's about having good people around, and most importantly, like that time that I took off, them whole 2.5 years, was really for me to find exactly what it is that I want to do and what I want to say and who I am and my identity in the music industry. You know what I'm saying? So once I kind of find all those things out, it makes it easier for everybody else to work around me, and help lift me up and kind of feed me just as well as I feed them. Because if I'm out here like not focused and moving around crazy, it's like they can't really help me to the best of their ability because they don't know who I am or what I stand for. So once we lock that in,
it's true. Everyone's winning.
Like now we stronger than ever. You feel me?
And I feel like I have to ask you this question, but music artists from the UK, are you listening to any right now?
Slightly. I'm tapping into it a little bit more. I always been a fan of, like, me and Skepta done a record before. Tapping into like the gigs joint, the Krept Konan and stuff like that.
Sick.
The Yungen with that new record, with the bestie joint. You know what I mean? We've been vibing to that. He kind of made like an Ace reference in there, so we might reach out and see what the word might be on that.
It has to be done.
Yeah. That'll be cold. And I think the fans will love that too. So, and it's about time for us to kind of step back into that lane to kind of doing something for the ladies too. So they've been asking for it.
Boy, them lady tunes. Big ups to Temmie. He's the number one guy, Temmie is the ladies guy.
Yeah.
No, but on a serious note, thank you so much for joining me in the building, man. Thank you. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you for
I
having
really
me.
hope that you find some nice food places. I know you want Caribbean, so we're going to have to set this up.
Yeah.
Get yourself some good munch.
Yeah.
And in your best voice, please, can you introduce this tune for me, please? Acehood.
Let's do it. Right now, we're going to jump into, man, off my new project, Trust the Process. This record is entitled To Whom It May Concern. You dig? One of the most powerful records I've created. Trust the Process is available everywhere. Right now, we getting into it. It's Acehood. You know how we come. We know how we rocking this Hood Nation forever. Love.